flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes. Council President Denise Clark Dixon.
Present.
Councilor Douglas Iger. Here. Councilor Beth Ann Johnson.
Here.
Councilor Michelle Miller.
Here.
Council Vice President Shante Miller.
Here.
Councilor Michelle Roberts.
Present.
Councilor Walter Stubbs.
Here.
Mayor Amanda Hammond.
Present. Thank you. We don't have any presentations, so we'll go with public comment. Really
Yep, should be good to go. Thanks.
The question, the borough where is 32 South Morton Avenue still viable? That swim school, that's still, I know they had some due diligence for 90 days, you know, and we went through it. It's moving forward.
It's moving forward.
committee reports, facilities and infrastructure.
Thank you. There's nothing listed under me, but I just wanted to know where we were with the truck ordinance.
No, I didn't.
She was asking about the truck.
Well, I don't write ordinances, our solicitor does. And I still don't actually have a straight answer from the committee of what, they want this ordinance to say. The only thing would be to say that the UTC trucks, and in my opinion, I think it would say is that UTC trucks use certain streets to enter and exit the borough. Other than that, I don't know what, I didn't get any real answers at our last meeting.
Well, I sent you an email. So what I told you I was looking for was just to be able to put signs up and have a truck route, not necessarily UTC. It could be any tractor trailer truck. It's basically, we've had people have homes delivered and put on land. So it's not necessarily just UTC.
Well, what I heard at that meeting was a lot of complaints about people's personal streets and the projection of these trucks coming up Providence Road. And if somebody's having somebody take like a shed, you're referring to like a big shed or something, of course they're going to have to go to that particular street to deliver it. Maybe enter and exit the town on certain streets, but again, it's something
Okay,
the
well,
solicitor has to address.
I was gonna ask when you sit down with the solicitor in regards, so what needs to be done.
And this issue came up in April, and I'm trying to recreate where we were on it in April. I think ultimately you have a truck route that's assigned. We can't prohibit trucks because our businesses need them,
Right.
and our residents, if someone's moving, they need a big truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we can. I think ultimately we need feedback from the chief and from Mr. Catania as to whether the current truck route is working, and if it's not working, how it needs to be revised. Because obviously this destination here is the one that causes the most consternation. So I can reach out to Mr. Catania and the chief about tweaking the truck route or whether that's necessary. I know one thing that I know you got just recently funding for improvements to Morton Avenue between the 5 Points intersection and there. One thing that we could consider there would be improvements to the intersections where the trucks turn on Morton Avenue, because reinforcing the sidewalks and curbs there was something that when we originally talked about this a few years ago, we noted was something that would be necessary, but at the time there wasn't funding for it. At the time, I think it was around a $30,000 or $40,000 project. With inflation, it's probably a bit higher than that now. But I know you got some money, and maybe that would be a good use for it. And I can take a look.
I have a question. Bethany, are you referring in your email? I know originally when we sat down at the committee meeting, I know Michelle referenced UTC. We were speaking about the tonnage, using the certain roads, pulling up the previous ordinance, seeing where we can make changes to allow the trucks to come in without causing damages to homes. Are you speaking on that?
Yeah, because there's like a specific route, and I would like to, not everybody knows what route they should be taking in the area. So to help with that, I would put signs up that says like a truck route, so that way they can follow the signs and make it on their way out without damaging property. But I recently sent an email with regards to Full Street.
Yes.
Even though there wasn't an incident that happened, nothing got damaged, but.
When is the next law ordinance meeting? We know,
In August.
August?
First week of August.
First week of August? I would really like, if it's agreeable, to ask Charles to have that.
Well, of course, we also had UTC come to this meeting, where they made a lovely presentation, complete with overhead Google shots and so on and so forth, with some suggestions, which when they left, the rest of the people in the meeting were like, why were they here? And I had invited them to come because they seem to be the ones that are getting blamed for problems.
No,
And I'm sorry, I'm telling, may I speak?
I just don't
May
want
I
it to make it
finish?
seem
May I
like we're
finish?
speaking of UTC in the meeting.
Pardon?
I don't want it to seem like we're speaking specifically to UTC in this meeting right now. She was just referencing the original truck ordinance, and she wanted you to research that so that we can maybe revamp it to a certain truck route so that we had the safety of the homes and getting down the street safely. That was it. I don't want us to keep referencing UTC. It's all companies.
Well, we have a truck route that we've had for many years, and it seems to be evidently the best one from what we've gone over and over. And so we'll just tag on the meeting.
I had to suggest you asked that we follow up with Charles.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes, I'm sorry.
The finance administration, I have nothing at this time. Moving right on to Stacy.
Yes, thank you. Does everyone have a copy of the letter from the Springfield Ambulance Corporation?
Yes.
Okay. I'm definitely not gonna read through this entire letter, but there should have been copies. But we all, one council have a copy of the letter?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay. So please take a look at it and read it to its entirety. And then I'll let you go ahead and.
Yeah, I think the highlight is just that Jack and I reached out to Springfield Ambulance to verify that, this April proposal was still the proposal that they were making, and Springfield Ambulance confirmed that even though this proposal included other municipalities, that the cost that they had offered to us is not contingent on that. So it would stay the same. So Morton Borough's obligation for a year of service would be $56,000 for ALS services. And we've requested an MOU or a contract from them, and they said it's coming, but it has not arrived yet.
I yield.
Do
too, you want to know that even though that hasn't come yet, that we still have coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to make it
Yes.
sound like we don't have any
Yeah.
ALS coverage.
You still have coverage, you
Under
know,
Delaware County.
under the county through, or August 1. I expect that they'll get you, you know,
Should be here in the next day or so.
Yeah.
And Carl and Council President, I did check with Swarthmore. You were correct. We will have BOS. That is not affected at all.
All right.
I just want to double check, and that's correct.
Thank you.
No.
Anybody else? Next, we have public health presentation on the side.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. There's nothing on the agenda for tonight, but I will just reinforce our normal things that are happening in the borough as far as trash. All right, trash. Also, we have the second day on Thursday. We know that many residents are not utilizing that service, but please be mindful of that. Also, be mindful of the fact, I did speak with some residents last week that I did notice that trash was put out sooner than their pickup. It was picked up out early in the afternoon. So I did advocate to them that we will be starting to reinforce and give notification to the residents. So we're just forewarning them to know that trash does not come out until dusk, the day before the pickup. Also, I did notice too, that when people cut their grass clippings tend to stay in the street. That should not be done as well, because that does impact our stormwater, and that causes pollutants to get in the stormways. So we ask that the residents also clean up behind themselves. I know that those that have lawn service, they blow theirs, but those that are cutting grass tend to just leave the grass on the streets. So we ask that people would also take notice of that. Also, I did call Leslie Cawitter again today, still waiting for a response in regards to that new container that we've been requesting. So I still have not had a follow-up from her, but I did leave a message concerning that. Also, I inquired about how often they were going to come and pick up our recycling. Because I do notice that, once again, our residents are just leaving it hang outside the bin. So that does make our neighborhood look a little bit unkept. So I asked that, once again, we see just what happened in Philadelphia just this weekend, that we are blessed that we still have our services here for us. So we want our residents to be mindful of that, because this also is a deterrent to our fire department when we just leave things messy. So those are things I have before you. I do have a list of health awareness things for each month. I will give that to Mr. Eager to post. And I did find out that suicide prevention is actually in September. So I will coordinate with the mayor and I believe Police Officer Brandon to coordinate a meeting that we can have with that. So I do have a listing of things that we'll try to touch base on, highlighting some of these things monthly concerning health. Also, I did reach out to the senior center in regards to vouchers. So there were vouchers that were given out. Last year was a $50 voucher. This year, because of the new administration, it's a $25 voucher that's given out. Vouchers are giving to senior citizens only. You would have to go to the senior centers. There's one in Folsom, there's one in Sharon Hill, and I believe Schoolhouse Lane and Holmes. You would have to go there and present your information, identification, and you will be allowed to get that voucher. That voucher is good for produce and vegetables. So once again, it's $25. They also have fans, if anyone needs fans. But if you got fans last year, you would not be able to get fans again this year. So these are the things that they do have for seniors. But once again, you can go out to, in Ridley, it's called the Good Neighbor Senior Center. And yes, Sharon Hill. In Folsom, it is the Folsom Friendship Center. And then there's Schoolhouse Lane. Okay, so these are the places, if anybody needs a phone number, I can give you a phone number and a contact. But this is available for seniors.
Are they asking that you register first, or can you just walk in?
You can just walk in.
And just
Yep.
show your ID?
Yep, you can walk in, just show your ID. That would end my report unless anyone has any more questions.
Somehow or another, you could enforce people not to put unfolded boxes in that recycling, there'd be plenty of room.
Yeah, it would be, like you said, if that's something that
I
we.
mean, I'm not saying you can't.
No, exactly, you can, but once again, if you unfold them, you mix more room, where some people just throw things, yes.
A lot
All
more.
right, yeah, thank you.
Next, we have Morton.
Yes, there's nothing that's listed. I do want to mention that at the next meeting, I'd like to see if we could have the proposed B&B ordinance listed for a possible vote. That was given out a couple of months ago for review, or a couple of meetings ago for review by council. And that's the only thing I have to say.
You said B&B?
B&B,
What's B&B?
bed and board.
Airbnb?
Well, Airbnb is different than a B&B.
Right.
Right, but we don't have that B&Bs, it's
Yes, we do,
Airbnbs.
we do have a B&B in Morton. I'm just referring to it that way. Farm, we can say Airbnb and B&B.
I just want to make sure we're speaking of the right.
Well, they would be, I would believe they'd be handled the same way. Because they're rental property in, either inside a house or.
Airbnb is a commercial. That's how much we-
So the ordinance that was given out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The ordinance that was given out a couple of meetings ago.
Uh-huh.
where they asked
It was attached.
everybody to do, no man.
Yeah. Yes.
So I don't think we had a draft ordinance. I think we had presented some materials. We presented Sharon Hill's ordinance as a example and presentation from the Boroughs Association where they had given. So if council wants us to create a draft Airbnb type or short-term rental is the legal term ordinance, then we'd have to put those materials into ordinance form. So that the last we talked about it was referred to the Law and Ordinance Committee, which I don't think has met since that time. So we haven't gotten direction
Well, we
yet.
did talk about it at the LNO meeting, but nonetheless, whatever you'd like to do, it's another thing that's on the agenda that needs to be taken care of.
So if council wants us to put together a draft ordinance, we're happy to do it. We just haven't gotten in that direction yet.
Yes, we recommend that you do it, and then won't be ready to go there because it's just trying to get like that. We will have a meeting in August. We can look
Right,
at
we
it.
could vote later in August.
But we need to do a meeting first. Thank you.
Do you have the materials? Have you, since you said we talked about the last meeting, have you gathered any of the materials?
What
For the, you said we had a draft already, so do you have that?
We all
I know it's
we all
part of
were
the
given-
minutes,
we all
right?
were given a sample, as Carl's referring to it, in our agenda a few weeks ago.
Right, but as the chair, like, have you put anything together yet so that, or are we doing it
I'm
now?
not the person who writes these, and that's up to the
So they
solicitor.
gave, the direction has been given tomorrow, the draft.
What we did
So
talk
then-
about,
But that's what I'm asking, so she was saying, can we vote on the next meeting, so,
well, we don't, obviously
not
we can't.
there. We're not going to do that.
no, I know we can.
So we classifying, Carl's gonna be working on an ordinance and trying to put all the information together. Then I'll present it to you for the next
Correct.
meeting. And then the committee has to look at that.
Correct.
Thank you. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Next, we have community economic development.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just a reminder that this Friday is the Morton movie night. We're going to be showing The Sandlot. So if you have a chance, come on out to Mike's. They usually start at about 8 or 8:30, depending on when the sun goes down. But try to get out there maybe 6:37, bring your lawn chairs so everybody can enjoy a night of a free movie, and they're gonna bring some popcorn. It's presented by Big Air Cinema. Right now, they're calling for 24% chance of rain, so that's down from like almost 50 this afternoon. So it's gonna go down and down and down and down, so no chance of rain. So come on out and enjoy the night. That's all I have.
You want to say the movie?
Yeah, Sandlot,
He did.
the Sandlot. Coming of age tale.
And Douglas,
Yeah.
can you just say what time it starts?
It really depends on like the action when the sun kind of goes down, but it's usually about 8 or 8:30. Yeah, they try to wait because if you play it too early, it's hard to see on the screen. But yeah, about that.
I have a question, on the no chance of rain, is there a no chance of rain, it can be moved into the gym?
I don't know. I don't know if,
I would say, yeah.
I mean, I guess they could. I don't know what they
It
would.
can fit, because of the high
Yeah,
ceiling.
but can they fit that big screen in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the high ceiling gym.
Okay, I will direct them that there
You
might
won't
be.
be able to put it on the stage, but you can put it in front. It's very
Okay,
good.
all right, I will, I'll relay that message.
But I'm all for no chance of rain.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Okay,
And the gym is available.
thanks.
Any other questions? Next, we have Parks and Recreation.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My first send prayers to the family out in Texas, to all those who lost their children, who lost their parents. As far as park and recreation here within the community, we are building, and it will start changing. And things will get a lot fun here, taking part in social park here. And that's about it for me. Jack, do you have anything you'd like to offer?
I just wanted to let you know, I've gotten 4 quotes for Socia Field and Jacobs Field for cutting down the trees and some of the dead trees that have just been laying there. So we'll be ready to move on at the next council meeting.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm done.
Thank you. Anybody else? Questions? Moving right along, Mayor's report.
I'm going to leave all of my updates to Ms. Todd's open discussion, because I know she likes to say about all the firehouse things. So no, I don't have anything today.
Thank you. Okay, we have no action items. So we're gonna move right on to the local budget and the upcoming meeting, July 23rd. We have our regular meeting at 7 p.m. August the 13th, we have our agenda meeting at 7. Don't forget the movie night, Friday, everybody. Please come out, right? If you have nieces, nephews, or children, bring them out. It's a fun night. Come on out. Even the teenagers come out. So it's good. Thank you. Now we have open discussion with Ms. Todd.
Cecilia Todd, 110 Alfield Lane. As the mayor said, the firehouse is still selling tickets for their raffle, which is a grill, a freezer, and money from Colonial Village, BJ's, cash. The tickets are $25 each. You can get them from me or anybody at the firehouse. And we're also doing a fish fry. We were going to do a crab boil. We couldn't put it together fast enough. And because of the way the health department treated us for the vendor event, we did employ Lights Barbecue to do a fish fry. And that will be Saturday, July 26th from 5 to 8, $25 a platter. I don't know what kind of fish, I don't know what the size are yet. Mike can tell you at the next meeting or post something, or Doug can post something once I have that information. So the tickets are $25 for a platter. You can order them, pick them up, or you can eat in with all of us. You're always welcome to come out for a fish fry. So that's something different. We don't really have that around here anymore. So there were just a couple of things I wanted to mention. The engineer in Catania's office, and I think it was a contractor, were on Alfield Lane today, and they were looking at where the speed pumps are gonna be placed, that we discussed and approved in December. So do we have any idea when they're gonna be installed? They were out there today, they marked the signs and they marked the
Late
street.
July.
Mid-July?
Late.
Late July. Okay, I just have another question. You asked, the solicitor to prepare a ordinance for the truck routes. He doesn't just make it up himself. He obviously has to get direction from the chairman of the committee stating exactly what you want the truck routes to be. He just doesn't make it up. So do you have the information you need to do the ordinance or draft the ordinance?
I have the truck route that was approved, I want to say in like 2016. Obviously we had a different chief then, and
But that was also 9 years ago.
conditions may have changed in the last 9 years, so I will be consulting with our current chief and Mr. Catania to see if that's still the most optimal route.
And with respect, I wanna piggyback on the fact it's not UTC, it's trucks.
Yes.
We don't want them thinking we are saying that they're the problem.
Well, I was here the night that UTC was here and the committee met, and I understood that nothing was agreed on other than something needed to be done. So until you get information from the chairman and you get information from Mr. Catania and whoever else you need to talk to, you won't be able to put that ordinance together. You can only look at what's already in place. And so does it make sense for the people on that committee to meet before so that you could do what you have to do?
I can forward him any information and plus, what was presented that night. If it's needed. I mean, this has been discussed with some of those people, not yet discussed.
Okay, it wasn't agreed to at the committee meeting because I was here, and I'm concerned that you're gonna waste Carl's time putting an ordinance together when he doesn't have the information that he needs. That's my concern with it. So that's all I wanted to bring up. Why are you spending money? I mean, I can understand you're meeting with Catania, meeting with the chief, but you should have a direction from council as to where you want to go and what you want to do or what the incentives are so that you can all discuss it before it's put together. That's what I would like to see. Otherwise, Carl's going to be sitting there flipping his fingers and saying, okay, but that's my point.
Direction will be given to, once again, meeting with Paul and also the chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Lloyd. No,
I'll wait.
thank you.
Three.
No, thank you, but, okay. Is there anything else, Council?
I'll just bring up, there is a notification on the bulletin board, it's small, but VBS, Vacation Bible School. Registration is open at Shorter AME Church on 111 Pennington Avenue, Morton, July 13th through the 17th, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Dinner will be served. It's being hosted by Covenant UMC out of Springfield, Shorter AME Church, and Wesley AME Church. So if there's any youth, any young adults, or senior adults that would like to attend, you're more than welcome. I know as a kid, I grew up with this. I can't speak for everybody, but those of us that can relate to it, it's something that you can have a good time, make friends, learn a little bit about kindness and sharing, and learn about the world that we live in and how we ought to treat one another in respect to Jesus. So all are invited.
Can you give me the time again?
Yes, it's July 13th, which is this Sunday, and it starts from Sunday to Thursday, 5:30 to 8 p.m.
You guys need volunteers.
Yes. Age group as early as pre-kindergarten. We take them, I think, 3, and as long as a parent is there to give
Did they have all,
Provision.
they have all volunteers?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so nothing else, we're gonna ask for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Seconds.
Thank you, everybody.